and welcome to Ms. Gaunt's online art class. So today, all right, we're gonna start another new project, and we are going to be making little foldables, surprise foldables, of a hatch and chick. You guys ready? Here's what you're gonna need. Let's go ahead and grab a sheet of white paper. Again, Miss She just grabbed some scrap paper she had around the house. This is straight out of our printer, so I went ahead and I just have a white sheet simply like this. Now, here's what we're gonna wanna do. I want you to take this side and fold it over to this side, okay? So I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna come and line up corner to corner, just like this. All right, and then I'm gonna wanna go ahead, press down, and over like that, good. Okay, make that nice crease. We're separating our papers into, into two separate papers, all right? So go ahead, you can open this up, and now you're gonna see that you have a line right down here in the middle. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and cut this out. So along this line that you just made, now you could do two things. You could either use scissors to go ahead and cut along this line, or you could keep folding it over and then tear them apart. I will go ahead and I will show you guys maybe just by doing it with scissors. But no, it is an option to tear them apart if you need to. So I'm gonna come here and I'm going to cut along this line that I just made. Whoop. Yay, awesome. Okay, so I have two sheets of paper now out of the one that I originally started with. Yay! So we're gonna go ahead and put one to the side for right now, okay? Let's focus on this one. So on this sheet of paper that we have here in front of us, we are going to work on drawing out a few things, okay? So we're gonna talk about chicks now. We're gonna draw a chick as it's hatching out of an egg, but let's go ahead and start with our egg first. So what I want you to do is I want you to come to the top of your paper, okay? And I want you to let's actually do this. Let's take our paper and let's fold it halfway, okay? So I want you to go ahead and fold this halfway so you have a good guideline for yourself. So let's go ahead and take from here to here. We want to draw an egg, all right? I'm gonna want to make sure that I draw onto the sides here as well. So here's how I'm gonna start. All right, I'm gonna go from here. I'm gonna make a half circle down. So I'm gonna come on down and I'm drawing in pencil, all right? I'm gonna come on down and I'm gonna come up, okay? So I made this sort of half circle shape here. And now what I wanna do is I wanna go from here and I wanna go up to the top and I wanna round this out again. And again, going in pencil, so if I mess up, it's okay. All right, so my egg shape's gonna look a little something like this. All right, so I use two half circles to create this oval shape. Good, okay, again, it is totally okay if you have some pencil lines like you can see Miss G does as I was working on my shape. Do not worry. All right, here's what we need to do now. In here, in the middle of our egg, okay, and we want to make sure we go in the middle of our egg. What you could always do too is you could even come down here, and if you need to fold this down into the center to make another guideline for yourself so you know where the middle of your egg is, you can totally do that. So I showed you that, so that's what I just did. I took this part and I folded down to the center. Now along this area here, which is the middle of my egg, what I want to do is I want to draw a zigzag line, okay? So I'm going to go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. All right. This is going to be what we cut across to separate our egg from top half to bottom half, okay? Now, go ahead, leave your egg be for right now. I want you to come down to this bottom area here of your paper, and I want us to talk about drawing out a baby chick, okay? So we're gonna use some shapes here. I'm gonna start a little bit towards the top, okay? And I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna draw a circle, just kind of like this. Great, okay? So this is going to be the head of my chick. Now I could come up here, and if I need to clean up my lines right now, I could. So you guys could saw Miss G changed her shape a little bit. So I'm gonna come here and just sort of figure out how I want this to look. Good. Love it. Okay, so there is the head of my chickadee. Now, I'm gonna wanna come here, okay, right below the head. All right, and maybe I'll do 2 little dots right here to give myself sort of a guide. I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna draw a curve down and a curve down, okay? This is helping to create the body shape of my chick. Now, what I could do is I could come over on the sides here. So maybe right about here. All right, so about a finger space away from the top of my head. I could come here and I could sort of draw a little half circle. Whoops, that didn't quite connect. Let Ms. G try that again. So I might draw a little half circle, kind of like this. And that could be my feather. All right, or one side of my, you know, feather on this side, my wing, my feather, my wing. All right, so then what I want to do again is come over on this side, and I want to do another little circle, about a finger down, and again, half circle it out, come meet it down. Okay, cute, there's my chickadee. All right, now I might want to come up here to the top, and maybe just sort of add in. I can use these little oval shapes. I can just create 2, 3 cute little sprouts of feather that would be on top of a chickadee coming straight out. Now let's go ahead and let's focus on our eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna draw 2 circles. All right, so I'm gonna go circle and circle. Wonderful. What's missing here? Oh, that's right, the beak. Well, I'm gonna show you guys a little trick for that one, so we're actually gonna hold off on that for just a minute. So guess what? We're totally ready to go ahead and get started on the fun part. So I want you guys, you can grab markers, colored pencils, or crayons, and I want you to go ahead, I want you to color in your chick. So for your egg here, I'm gonna give you 2 options. You could either leave it white, okay, and you could come around with a black marker or crayon or colored pencil and outline in black, and then just go ahead and leave your egg white. Or you may use a light brown, because sometimes when we see eggs out in the wild, especially chicken eggs, we might see them as either white or we could see them as light brown. So I will let you guys choose how you want to do that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get started on coloring this in. So I'm gonna grab some markers, and I'm going to first come here and outline, all right, around the pencil marks that I made. Whoops, and that one came out a little bit, but that's okay. All right, awesome. So for my chick, I did a pretty dark outline going around my pencil lines, but when it comes to filling in the colors of my chick, I can maybe work with some lighter colors, for instance, pastel colors. So let's talk about pastel colors for a second. Pastel colors means that your color is lighter, maybe a little bit paler, more muted. All right, so let me go ahead. I'm gonna show you guys an example right here. So we've got 2 sheets of paper. This one you can see right here, okay, is a light yellow, right? So we would call this a pastel yellow. This one here that I have, it's much larger, but you can also see that this here is darker. It's a bit more vibrant. Okay, so this would be considered a pastel color, while this one would not, because this would be a true hue, which means color, for yellow. So pastel, not pastel. So what I might want to do is for my chick, maybe I'm going to work with some lighter yellow to fill it in. So I'm going to come here and color in my little chick. All right, awesome. Check out my cute little chick. But I don't know about you, something looks a little off since I haven't done the eyes yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in with black, And I'm gonna go ahead and outline those little eyes. All right, now I could actually keep going with my black marker. So what I'll do is I'm actually gonna draw another little circle, small little circle inside to create my pupil. I have my little chickie looking off to the side. Cute! You guys can see, whoa, Miss G just threw her marker. So you guys can see, all right, that my little chick, it's got a little pupil, little white dots on the inside part right there, and that's him looking off to the side. Now again, we're gonna talk about this beak, I promise. But I just realized I missed a little spot right there. I could even maybe come in with this little darker yellow I have and maybe add some little color, some little dimension on the sides. Cute. Awesome. Okay, for my egg, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna create a brown egg. So I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna use a light brown color to go over my pencil lines. I'm gonna go over my zigzag. Okay, great. So I went ahead and I did my outline. Now I'm gonna come in here and again, I'm going to fill it in with a very light brown. All right, so I'm gonna grab this tan and I'm just gonna color it in really lightly. All right, awesome. So I now have my chick and I have my egg filled in. Remember, we're still gonna come back to this beak in just a moment. But let's go ahead and start cutting these out. So I'm gonna separate these real quick. Just cut along a little edge right here, okay? And I'm going to cut along, okay, this edge that I created for my egg. So go ahead, work on cutting that part out. Wonderful. All right, so let's talk about how, now what we need to do is separate the top of our egg from the bottom of our egg. So what I want you to do is I want you to cut along, okay, your zigzag line. Maybe you cut right in the middle, okay, so you can see that line you created that you outlined. Awesome, so check it out. We now have 2 parts of our egg. Very fun, right? Okay, so let's come here and let's now work on cutting out our chick. Now, as you cut this out, I really wanna make sure that you hold on to the scraps of paper that will come around your chick, okay? Watch what Miss G's gonna do. Awesome, check it out, your little chick has been cut out. Now, with this piece of paper that you have here, here's what I want you to do. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to just separate this down. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this little scrap and I'm going to fold it over, okay? It does not have to be perfect, but here's what I want you to do. I want you to draw a triangle. Now, you don't wanna make it too big. Look at the size that you have here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see, all right, that's probably about a finger that I could fit. So I wanna make my triangle from about here, okay, to about here. So if you guys can see that, all right, so I used my finger to help as a guide for how big I should make my triangle. So my triangle, I'm gonna come bring it right down here. I'm using my folded edge side to help me create this triangle, okay? Perfect. Now, again, I might come here, go ahead and outline my shape, okay? I'm gonna show you about coloring in just a moment. Let's cut this out. Cut along your folded edge. We're about to make magic. Are you guys ready? Check it out. We can now actually open our beak. See? We have two sides to it now. It became, because we cut a triangle along a folded side, it created then symmetry. So when we open it back up along that line, we now have a rhombus shape. Okay? So what you can go ahead and do, and I'm gonna use this little sheet of paper beside me, is once you open this up, maybe you wanna come and outline again. Finish up your outline on the other side. You may even flip it over onto this side and say, okay, here comes my outline over here. All right, so now here's the one thing about our beak. We are actually, we're gonna need to color in both sides. So you guys don't need to color in both sides of your egg or your chick, but you do need to color in both sides for your beak. So I'm gonna grab an orange right here, and I'm going to color in, oops, this side. All right, and now flip it over. So check it out. We now have our little beak. Might be pretty hard to see, it's pretty small. Now here's gonna be one of the first steps that we do to go ahead and start assembling these. I am going to, once again, fold this over in half, okay? And then I'm gonna take, you can take either a glue stick, or you can take your liquid glue like this, or you can even take tape, okay? Fold it over, and on one side of this triangle, I want you to go ahead and I want you to add some glue. All right, then what you need to do, I'm going to go ahead and glue that one side of my beak on. I'm gonna come up just under my eyes and about the middle of my chick. Now, do you guys see, okay, how when I glue down one side of it, I now have created a little flap on my chicken. Okay, so this gives me a couple options. My chick can either have its mouth closed like this, or its mouth's open and it's waiting for food. Okay, so that's a cool little trick that you get to do. Now, when it comes to our chick and assembling our paper, our chick is gonna go in the middle of our egg like this, but we're gonna start it off as showing a closed egg, and then it will reveal our hatched egg. So let's go ahead and come back to this sheet of paper right here, okay? Here's what I want you to do. Go ahead, take this and fold it down. So again, we want to fold our paper in half, okay? So come here, make a nice little crease. So see, we had our paper like this. Now we went ahead here and we folded it over. So once your paper is folded like this, I want you to go ahead and take this edge, okay? One of your edges. Leave this one flat. Take this edge though. And I want you to go ahead and line it up to the top, okay? So now what our piece of paper is going to look like. See? So when we fold it back out to how it originally was, we have a line in the middle and a line right up here that's in the middle of this top section. Fold it back down, okay? So we are actually going to take our egg and we're gonna be gluing it on to the top like this, and we're going to glue our chicken and our egg here, okay? So we can line these up. Do you guys see how I'm doing this? So I wanna line these up. So here is what I'm going to do, all right? I am going to go ahead and glue this part here down, okay? So I'm gonna add just a little bit of glue on the underside of this, since I have figured out where I want this to sit to line up with this, all right? So I'm going edge to edge, and I'm gonna lift this sheet of paper up just a little bit so I can get some glue on the back side of this. And I want you to leave a little bit of space for your chickie. All right, so now what we gotta do is we gotta take our chick and we gotta get our chick to come in here. So we're gonna lift this part up just a little bit. Check it out. It is okay if your chick comes up here to where one of your folds is. Totally fine. So now that I have this in place, I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna put some glue on this side. Remember, you can use tape. You can use other glue. You could even staple this if you do not have tape or glue. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and come here. Glue my chickie in. So cute. Awesome. So I'm getting that part in now. Remember, I'm gonna come here and this part is folded. So I wanna take this part now and I wanna make sure that I can line it up, okay? And I want these little parts to come on top of this fold, just like this, okay? So let's take this and let's add glue. Going along my edges. Okay. And line that up. So you guys see how my egg shape, okay, is coming together. Almost like a puzzle piece, don't you think? All right, now, so you guys can see, here's my egg. And then check it out. Oh my goodness, it hatches and there's a cute little chickie. All right. And so now what we need to do is we need to fill in the background area here. So I think what we should do is create a little scene for our chick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some blue skies up here. Remember, you've got to go ahead and fill in this area here as well as this area here. Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna glue my little chickies, little feather fur down a bit because it's coming up. So I'm gonna grab some blue. Again, you can use colored pencils, you can use markers, you can use crayons. I'm gonna go ahead and grab crayons and I'm gonna use a really light blue because I wanna think about some pastels, all right? Maybe I will go ahead and draw in some little things right here. So I'm gonna draw, I think, to right about here. I'm gonna use a zigzag line actually. A little bit of a zigzag line to create some grass. All right, so my little egg sitting on some grass, okay? And then maybe up here I'm gonna add some clouds. So I'm gonna use sort of half circles to create those. And once I outline those, I can clean them up a little bit. All right, so let's grab a light blue for some outlining. So I'm gonna outline around my clouds. And I'm also gonna grab some light green to do the top of my grass. I might even come down here a little bit and add in just a few little spots of some sprouting grass, right? Maybe even come behind. Cool. Awesome. All right, so now that I've gone through and I've made some little extra things to add in, I can go ahead and start to fill in my background. So again, I'm using a light blue. It's springtime. My chicks are hatching. And I'm thinking about new life and growth, and things feel very light. So that's why I want to use some pastel colors to represent springtime. Awesome, and check it out. Background is done, okay? So remember, we are going to take the top. We're gonna fold it, and then we're gonna fold this down, and oh my gosh, now we have the front side, which is a chick, or which is an egg, and then when we open it up, it reveals a cute little hatch chick. So I'm gonna show that one more time. So check it out. From the front, we have an egg, and then we open it up, surprise foldable, and it reveals our little chickadee. And check this out. It's just hatched, and now it's ready for some food. Cute. All right, well, I certainly hope that you guys have enjoyed making these surprise foldables, all right, especially for springtime. We're thinking about, you know, new life. We're thinking about rebirth. We're thinking about growth, and what better than a hatching chick? All right, I hope you guys have had so much fun. I cannot wait to see what your surprise foldables look like, and I will see you guys next week in our online art class. Bye!